Hey, Jim Cam here, founder, franchiser of multiple brands in Montreal, exceeding 100 locations. One question that I get asked a lot is, how did I structure my business? Or how am I structuring my current business? I get asked, how do I maintain the flow of the business? How do I make sure the franchisees are doing well? How each brand are growing? And also, how do I bring in more brands and also keep the flow of the business in a healthy way? Very simple. Everybody knows business run on a system, but who runs the system? People. So you need to have people in place in order to run the system. A lot of people, they think in business you just need to be able to create a passive income. Yes, but it's never passive. You need to understand that the moment you stop putting effort into something, it's not going to start growing. Even though you maintain the good numbers, but maintaining it's also dying in the long run, because there will always be people getting better. And if people are getting better and you're staggered being the same, then you're basically also following. So for you to understand better, basic understanding of business, you need to understand there's always the front part, the maintaining part, and also the back end. Just to put it a little bit more simple based on my business. So the front end is very simple. I need to be focusing on the brand image, creating more content, and also bringing new franchisees, that's for sure. But also having more ideas, creating new brands, testing, basically try to be the one at doing something before the rest of the people, and maintaining the brand. How do I do it is, for each specific brand, I have a VP that are 100% responsible for customer reviews, franchisee complaint or follow up, but also making sure that the demand for the brand is recurrent. So we will adapt accordingly for what a customer wants, the prices, the hypes, whatever it's needed to just keep the business growing, not stagnant. And on the back end is the follow-up, just to make sure that nothing falls apart. So we need to know that the financial, the accounting part, and also people running the system are truly respecting all the steps. So just put it in a simple way. None of us is better than all of us. So we all have strengths and weaknesses. So putting the right people at the right place to run the system, this is the most important things for a sustainable business. So just by example, front end, you need to make sure that you can always grow the brand image and also bring in more clients into any business. You can say it's marketing, right? Marketing ourselves. And the middle part, it's like the closing, the people that works on closing the sales. Doesn't matter if it's retail or selling a services. And on the back end is making sure the customer support is there and also the satisfaction of your customers. So imagine you're the next franchisee. How is it gonna work? For sure, the first step, you'll probably have bought into one of my ads. So you see me first. And the moment you get in touch, it's not gonna be me, it's gonna be my people that I put in place to give you the right information, also what is needed for you, and also to see if you're the qualified person to run one of our brands. And that person will be responsible to answer all of your questions and making sure that you're gonna be the qualified person in order to move forward. And he will assist you until the beginning of the operation. Basically, he will do visits with you, he will meet other franchisees, some stores, just here to make sure that we're transparent in our business model. So you get the right information and you will be confident into moving forward with us. We do want you guys to meet also our current franchisees, because we want to go above and beyond, not only us giving you the information, but then also getting good testimonials for our current franchisee itself. So you will better understand. Probably you will get along, and if you heard about their stories, everybody has their own stories. So most of the time, we're not here to show you that everything is perfect or rainbows everywhere. We want you to understand both sides of the stories. So the good ones and also the bad ones. So you can have a better expectation on what's gonna be coming for you. So you will be able to see what will be the worst case scenario and also the best that could happen to you. And if after all those processes, you feel like you're confident and you understand that we're truly transparent with you, then we move into the next step. So the next step, we have a lot of very good brokers. Not only they will find you the right locations, but they will help you negotiate the best leases that there is out there, and basically pick a location that you will like and want to operate on. Why this part is important? Because when you apply for the small business loan, the banks always ask for the lease. They want to know on which location you're gonna operate on, and also what is the lease that you sign, so they can better calculate the risk that you will also be taking on. But don't worry, we got you covered on that part. With our strong brands, over 90% of the locations get approved, and also we're very specific into the franchisee that we pick too. And for sure, if you're one of those big ballers that have all the capital to upfront to pay the whole project cash, you're very welcome. We have that too. And if that's you, still very good. You might be surprised, but we actually have a lot of people, they just paid off cash. So this way, they don't own anything to anyone. They just start right off the bat, and the first dollar they make could be the first profit right away. And for those of you who has like a big sum of money that you're looking to invest, most of our franchisee, they started with one location, but you might be surprised. They end up with multiple locations because they saw the potential that they can bring, and they just end up quitting even previous business or previous job just to put it full time. Our brands are so easy to operate, and also the cash flow is very consistent all year long. That makes one of our top brands. So the moment you get your lease locked in, your loan locked in, we can move to the next phase, which is the training phase. Construction and training phase could be occurring at the same time. So while your location is being built, you can have the training at the same time, so you won't lose your time and money along the way. So the training works in a very simple way. You will go to one of our existing stores. We have a trainer for you. Then you will learn on how to operate from A to Z, so opening to closing. But not only that part, we will help you with hiring, financing, accounting, and also whatever is needed for you to succeed in your business venture. So make sure, if you have questions, ask. That's what we want from you. Ask any question that you want. How long the training phase typically lasts depends on the brand. For Sushi-sama, if you have no experience at all, it could take several months because we need to teach you a lot of skills. There's a lot of skills for you to master. That's why in the previous video, I also mentioned why we came up with newer brands that are also, in my opinion, some hotter brands, because we make the operation easier. That also means the training will be faster because the brand required you to put less emphasis those cooking skills, but more on how to run the business itself. And so depending on how confident you are after your training, we can do soft opening or direct launch for the grand opening, big marketing. It really depends. So what I suggest, I will always give my suggestion to the franchisee. Hey, if I see you're not really confident, but you're still able to open, go with a soft opening. So this way you can truly get a real experience on the field. And some people that already have multiple years of experience in the restaurant business or any kind of business at all, it's easier for them to just manage people, deal with the rush hours. But don't you worry. We will tell you exactly what will be your best step, because it's always easier to start small and just gain more along the way. But imagine if you start at the top, and if you're not doing right, it's so much more easier to fall too. So we don't want that. We want to make sure you have a healthy growth inside of your business. So we have a team in place for each brand that is going to be in charge for your training, and also another team for the construction. So this will make sure that you start in the right way and you get the training necessary and also the knowledge to operate your first business. So now that you've been running a business, so how do I make sure that you keep running your business in the way and also the standard that we set since the beginning? We have a team that are here for each brand to make sure the quality control. So we have inspectors in place, we have people that keeps on developing the menu and also adjusting the prices if needed, and generally making sure there's always a good organic growth inside of the business. Very simple. Custom and bad reviews. What do? We will give a closer attention to that store. If 2, 3, then we will send someone to make sure why there are so many complaints at once. So we will get in touch with the franchisee and also their employees and give a checklist for them to see if everything is respected. And we'll also go into the place to see if they're not lying, of course, because we want them to be successful, but we also do not want our brand to be tainted by bad reviews. But even though if things are going smoothly, we still do sometimes some regular check just to make sure if there's any support needed for the franchisee might want, or if they wish to go bigger, if they're satisfied with their current results, or they just want more. We just want to maintain a good relationship with our franchisee and also making sure they can have a good relationship with their customers too. To a certain point in life, you might want to move on to something else or something bigger. So we're also here for that. We have franchisees that they reach their financial goals with the stores, so they probably want to sell, move out of the countries, or they also might wish to want to open more stores. So we are here to give them the support and also the advice necessary for them to take on the next venture. Also, sometimes it comes with a bad side. Maybe they can't do it anymore, or they just wish to move to another lifestyle, having kids, just travel around, we will still do our best to give them the support they need. Those franchisees, we have not a lot, very, very few, but we still put in place a team to take care of them, to make sure they can just move on to what they think it's better and easy exit, let's say an easier exit for them. One of my life philosophy is always, we take care of the business, so the business will take care of us. That's how I did it, and also it's how I plan on keep doing it. Taking care of the franchisee. For sure, nothing is perfect, but I always go above and beyond. That's why I also put in place a team that will help with that department alone. But don't you worry, most of our franchisees, they wish to go bigger and better and stay with us. And also we have a team for that, many teams. So this is like a small wrap-up of how structuring my business. But just remember, any business, you need to have the right people at the right place. And also one of the most important part, don't be afraid to reinvest into the business, into the people, and into you. Because the better you are, the better your business, the better the people that you invest in will take care of the business, and the business will also take care of you. So if you think you have some interesting concept that we can discuss, just contact us. And if you have any questions, just leave in the comments and I'll answer in the next video. See you.